Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this lecture number 2 of polar plot, we are going to study procedure of drawing polar plot. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. In the first step of drawing polar plot, we have to determine the open loop transfer function g of s into h of s of the system, and if it is given in the question that the system is a unity feedback control system, then the open loop transfer function will be equal to g of s into 1, because in that case the feedback part transfer function h of s will be equal to 1. So in the unity feedback control system, we have to take open loop transfer function is equal to g of s only. Second step is to put s is equal to j omega in the above equation of j of s into h of s to obtain g of j omega into h of j omega. Then after finding this g of j omega into h of j omega, we have to find the equation of magnitude, which is represented by m, and phase angle, which is represented by phi, from this equation of g of j omega into h of j omega. Then fourth step is to calculate the magnitude and phase angles of g of j omega into h of j omega at omega is equal to 0 and at omega is equal to infinity. As I have told you, this frequency omega always ranges from 0 to infinity while drawing the polar plot. So we have to find out the magnitude and phase angle values at omega is equal to 0 and omega is equal to infinity. But we can take more values between this range omega is equal to 0 to infinity to draw the exact polar plot. Next step is to find the rotation of the plot, which is given by phi infinity minus phi 0. This phi infinity is the phase angle at omega is equal to infinity, and this phi 0 is the phase angle at omega is equal to 0. If this phi infinity minus phi 0 is a positive value, then the direction of the polar plot will be in anti-clockwise direction or counterclockwise direction. And if this phi infinity minus phi 0 is a negative value, then the direction of polar plot will be in the clockwise direction. So to understand this, let us take one example. Here we have considered two phasors. The tip of the first phasor is A and the tip of the second phasor is B. So first phasor is making angle phi 1 with the positive real axis, and second phasor is making an angle of phi 2 with the positive real axis. So here the angle phi 2 is greater than phi 1. So if we want to move from this A point to B point, then we have to move in the anti-clockwise direction, and the angle of rotation will be equal to phi 2 minus phi 1. And since this phi 2 is greater than phi 1, as we can see in the diagram, this phi 2 minus phi 1 angle will be a positive value. That's why we have taken that if phi infinity minus phi 0 is a positive value, then the direction of polar plot will be in the anti-clockwise direction. And if phi infinity minus phi 0 is a negative value, then the direction of polar plot will be in the clockwise direction. Next step is to find out the frequencies at which polar plot crosses the real and imaginary axis. For that, we have to rationalize this equation of g of j omega into h of j omega and separate the real and imaginary parts. And we have to write the equation of g of j omega into h of j omega in the form of a plus jb. So, if we want to find out the frequency at which the polar plot intersects the real axis, then we have to equate the imaginary part of this equation of g of j omega into h of j omega to 0. And if we want to find out the frequency at which polar plot intersects the imaginary axis, then we have to equate the real part of this equation of g of j omega into h of j omega to 0. Next step is to find out the point of intersection of the polar plot with the real axis. So if we want to find out the point of intersection of the polar plot with the real axis, then we have to put the frequency at which polar plot intersects the real axis in the real part of g of j omega into h of j omega, which is represented by OQ. And 8th step, if we want to find out the point of intersection of the polar plot with the imaginary axis, then we have to put the frequency at which polar plot intersects the imaginary axis in the imaginary part of the g of j omega into h of j omega equation. Then we have to make a table using all the values of magnitude and phase angle corresponding to the omega values. So here at omega is equal to 0, we got the magnitude m0 and phase angle phi 0. Similarly, for omega is equal to infinity, we got magnitude m infinity and phase angle phi infinity. Then using these values in the table, we have to draw the final polar plot like this. As I have told you, always these phase angles are measured from the positive real axis. First we will measure phi 0. Then on this angle line we will mark this magnitude point m0 and mark this point as p0. Then we will measure the angle phi 1 corresponding to omega 1 and mark the magnitude point m1 and mark this point as p1. Similarly, we will measure the angle phi infinity, and on this angle line of phi infinity we will measure the magnitude m infinity and mark this point as phi infinity. And lastly, we will join all these points to form the final polar plot. Now, to understand all these steps, let us take one example. Consider a system with g of s into h of s is equal to 1 upon 1 plus st. Sketch the polar plot. So for this, first step is to find out the open loop transfer function of the system, which is already given in the question. It is g of s into h of s is equal to 1 upon 1 plus st. Second step is to put s is equal to j omega in the above equation. We will get g of j omega into h of j omega is equal to 1 upon 1 plus j omega t. Now we will represent this equation in the rectangular form. Numerator will be 1 plus j0 divided by denominator is already in the rectangular form. So we will write 1 plus j omega t here. Now first we have to find out the magnitude, which is represented by m for this equation. So we'll get 1 upon under root 1 plus omega square t square. And secondly, we have to find out the phase angle. For the phase angle, we have to use this rectangular form of equation. We know that when the equation is in the form of a plus jb, then the phase angle will be equal to tan inverse of imaginary divided by real. So imaginary value is here b and real value is a. So we have phase angle tan inverse b by a. So we will use this formula in this equation also. So for this equation, phase angle phi will be equal to, for the numerator we have tan inverse, imaginary is 0 here and real is 1, divided by, for the denominator we have tan inverse, imaginary is omega t and real is 1. So from this equation we will get phi is equal to, this tan inverse 0 by 1 is 0 degree. This tan inverse omega t will go upwards, so it will become minus of tan inverse omega t. So our final phase angle phi will be equal to minus of tan inverse omega t. Now we will use this phase angle and magnitude equation to construct the table for drawing the polar plot. So in the first column we will represent omega values. In the second column we will represent magnitude, whose equation is 1 upon under root 1 plus omega square t square. And in the third column we will represent phase value. Phase is equal to minus of tan inverse omega t. Now we will put all the values of omega and find the corresponding values of magnitude and phase. So first we will put omega is equal to 0. When we put omega is equal to 0 in this magnitude equation, we will get m is equal to 1. And when we put omega is equal to 0 in the phase equation, we will get phi is equal to 0 degree. And second value of omega is 1 by t we will put. So when we put 1 by t in this equation, we will get m is equal to 1 by root 2, and if we find the decimal value, we will get 0.707. And when we put omega is equal to 1 by t, in this phase angle equation you will get phi is equal to minus of tan inverse 1, which is equal to minus of 45 degree. And we can take more values of omega to find out corresponding values of magnitude and phase. Last value of omega is infinity. When we put infinity in this equation in place of omega, we will get m is equal to 0, because it will become 1 upon infinity, which is equal to 0. And when we put omega is equal to infinity in this phase angle equation, we will get phi is equal to minus of tan inverse infinity, which is equal to minus of 90 degree. Now using all these values, we will draw the final polar plot. For this we will take this as plane. In the x-axis we have represented sigma, in the y-axis we have represented j omega. Now first we have to take the values of omega is equal to 0. The corresponding phase angle value is 0 degree. So here we will mark 0 degree. For omega is equal to 0, the magnitude is 1. So somewhere here we will represent m is equal to 1, which corresponds to omega is equal to 0. Now we will take the angle of minus 45 degree. So somewhere here we have minus of 45 degree when we measure from the positive real axis in the clockwise direction. We have this angle minus 45 degree. Okay. So in this angle line we will measure the magnitude of 0.707. So 0.707 will be somewhere here, which corresponds to the value of omega is equal to 1 by t. Now last angle is at omega is equal to infinity, which is minus 90 degree. So when we measure from this positive real axis, this will be our minus 90 degree, and on this line of minus 90 degree we will measure m is equal to 0, which corresponds to omega is equal to infinity. Now next step is to find the rotation of polar plot, which is given by phi infinity minus phi 0. So from this table, if we find out phi infinity, it will be equal to minus 90 degree and phi 0 is equal to 0 degree. Now we will keep these values here. We will get minus 90 minus 0, which is equal to minus 90 degree. So as we are getting negative value, the rotation of polar plot will be in the clockwise direction. That means it will rotate like this. Now last step is to join all these magnitude points to draw the final polar plot. So when we join all the magnitude points, we will get this type of polar plot, and according to this formula, the rotation of this plot will be in the clockwise direction. So this is the final polar plot for this equation 1 upon 1 plus st. Hope you have understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.